Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am Christine Dixon of The Ordinary Sacred, and this video is going to be a meditation video called the Campfire Meditation. And it's an invitation really to meet with your inner family, with your parts. And you can do this anytime you want to. I encourage you to listen, pause if you need to, if you need more time in certain areas. But I learned this meditation from Sue Richmond, who is an IFS therapist and teacher on using IFS in groups. And so I use this meditation periodically in the Tuesday IFS support group that I facilitate. And someone recently asked, how they could access it at other times. And I thought, oh, I'll make a video. So this one can rely on your visual sense. So if you are a person who doesn't visualize things, what I encourage you to do is some things that my brilliant members of my group have done to support themselves and to externalize their parts. One person uses little peg dolls to represent their parts. And so in this meditation, there's a campfire. You might have some object that's orange or red or something that represents the campfire. And maybe you can use figurines, rocks, buttons, sticks. You can use whatever you want to kind of represent the parts that are coming to the campfire to be with you. Another idea to externalize your parts is maybe to draw as you hear me describing the scene, you can draw it on a paper to externalize it for you and just kind of see what parts come up in or around your body and draw those as well. So those are some ideas to support you if you're not visual, and you can still do this meditation. All right, so I invite you, first of all, what I like to do is have you look around your physical space and just make sure that you are safe. Sometimes it can be really helpful to let the parts inside of you know, I am safe in this moment. So just make sure that's true. And if it is, you can take that YOU turn and focus on the inside. And that might be closing your eyes or maybe keeping a soft gaze, whatever is most comfortable for you. And I invite you to feel your body in this space. Feel the contact that you're making with the chair, the earth, the bed, wherever you are. Feel the weight of your body. Perhaps notice your breath. There's no need to manipulate your breath. Just notice if there are parts holding it, or bring your loving attention to your presence in this space now. And as you do that, I want to invite you to imagine that you are walking in a meadow on a beautiful summer evening. You can kind of let the scene unfold around you. It can be visual, or it can be other senses as well. The sun is getting lower in the sky. There might be beautiful hues of orange and pink. And the meadow is open. There's breathing space. There might be flowers. You might feel a breeze. You might feel the sun on your skin. You might see puffy white clouds and a blue sky. Notice what you smell. Maybe there's cut grass or wildflowers or pine or anything that comes to you. And you might hear or see animals scurrying around, insects buzzing. Just take in the space, and I'll give you a moment to wander around in this meadow. Whatever you want to do, if you want to sit, bask in the sunlight, the sunset, Just let yourself be here for a moment. Breathing deeply, feeling safe. As you are enjoying this space, you notice the smell of wood smoke. And so I invite you to follow the scent of the smoke. And this leads you through a forest that is on the periphery of this meadow. And you begin walking through the forest. Perhaps you're barefoot, perhaps not. You hear the crunch of the leaves under your feet. You feel the coolness as you go into the forest. And you just begin following that scent. And eventually, you see the flames of this fire, and you see that it's a contained fire. It's a campfire in the middle of the woods. And there are logs situated all around the fire. So you begin walking closer to the fire, seeing the flames dancing, feeling the warmth, hearing the crackling. Maybe you warm your hands a bit. And then choose a log around the fire that feels comfortable to you and go ahead and sit down. And as you sit here, invite whatever parts of your inner system want to be with you, to be heard, to be seen, to be known, to just rest around the fire. Just invite them to come around the fire and just notice who comes. If you can, just be open to whatever comes. Just focus on them as they show up. You might see an image. It might just be an energy. It could be a shape, a color, a gender. Whatever shows up is fine. Invite them to sit around the fire with you. And if you notice that you are feeling judgmental toward any of the parts, worried about doing this right, fearful of any of the parts, ask those parts of you also to kind of just step out of your body and sit with you around the fire as well. You might need to keep doing that until you can really feel calm and curious and open-hearted toward all the parts that are coming. Even if the parts are obscured or blurry or confusing, it's okay. They're all welcome. And if you are feeling a little open-heartedness, just see if you can extend that to the parts. You might just greet them, say hello, give them hugs, whatever feels right to you. But welcome them in some way. And just see if they're able to take that in. And after you have greeted each of the parts that have come to be with you right now, go back and sit on your log and on one side, leave some room on the other, and just invite whatever part really has more to tell you, more to show you, wants you to understand something. Invite them to come and sit next to you. And if there are several parts, perhaps they can take turns, one by one. Invite that part to come to be with you. And just ask them, what do you want me to know? What do you want me to understand? And just let them tell you, let them show you. If you need more time for this, you're welcome to pause the video. Let them show you perhaps other parts, if maybe they're pointing at other parts that they think need your attention, which could be vulnerable parts or extreme parts they're polarized with. That's okay too. Let them show you their relationship with other parts and what they feel needs help. There might be parts that hide them or parts that they hide. And just take in that information. And you also might ask the part, what do you need most from me in this moment? And just let them answer. What do you need most from me in this moment? And maybe you can give it to them literally or metaphorically in your mind's eye. Or maybe you can promise to meet with them later or to do something in the outside world to help them. Go ahead and do that. And if you want to pause the video and meet with other parts, you can meet with as many as you would like. There's no right or wrong. Sometimes there's just one that needs to be heard. Sometimes there's many. Whatever you have the space and the energy for, listen, maybe take notes if you want about their needs, what they want you to know, or make appointments for later. But when you are finished, fully being with and hearing these parts, thank them each for this time with them. Let them know perhaps that you'll be back if you want to do this meditation again. And thank all the parts that allowed your heart to be more open. And then I invite you to get up from the log and begin walking back through the forest, feeling the coolness of the forest, and then out into the meadow where the sun is setting now and dusk has come. Stars are beginning to come out. Feel the expansiveness of that meadow. And then begin walking. Imagine that you're walking back into the room you're in now. And sitting in the chair or on the floor, or on the bed, wherever you are. Feel your body in this space. Feel the weight of your body. Feel the connection to wherever you are, to the earth. Notice your breath. And when you're ready, you can come back out into your outer world. So I hope you enjoyed that meditation. I have many meditations on my website if you want to get those. I also have the weekly IFS Support Group that meets every Tuesday. Enrollment is currently open. It's April 14th, 2023 as I'm making this video, and it'll be open until next Wednesday. I open it every quarter. So reach out if you're interested in that. But I hope that this meditation serves you and you can listen to it and use it whenever you'd like.